Hi, I'm Robin Devine and I'm with the Lymph Balance Center here in Calgary. And today what we're doing a little bit of a video on how we can do some self-drainage, some lymphatic drainage for ourselves, and ways that we can sort of do some exercises to keep our lymph flowing, maybe in between lymphatic drainage sessions, or just to make sure that we're staying as healthy as possible. So the very first place that we always do lymphatic work is right at the very base of our neck. So if you go and feel your collarbone, and you follow it all the way in, you'll notice that there's actually two sort of bumps or knobs at the base of your neck. Now, in technical terms, this is called your sternoclavicular joint, and it's what takes your clavicle or your collarbone and it attaches it onto your sternum. So if you feel that nice ball or knob that's at the base of your neck, just above it, you have this little soft spot. Okay? Now, some people can really tighten their muscles and you can see this nice muscle coming down. Right in that soft spot, this is where all your lymph is trying to get back into your bloodstream. So what we're gonna do is we wanna make sure this is nice and open and clean and clear. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna place our fingers there, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do some gentle stretches of the skin going down towards those knobs. So we're gonna start on the skin just above, and we're just gonna stretch the skin down. As we do that, you might start feeling any like gentle little pulls. Again, this is not massage, this is not like getting into the muscles. That's way too aggressive for the lymphatic work, what we're trying to do. What we're doing is we're just taking the skin and we're just making our fingers feel a little sticky. And we just want to stretch that skin down towards the base of our collarbone, to the base of our neck. As we're doing that, you can use as many fingers if you want. If it's easier to go on the other side of your neck, that's fine too. You can do them both at the same time. Okay, really great to do as sort of like a ritual first thing in the morning or last thing at night. I sometimes fall asleep like this. It's totally fine, okay? It's very relaxing, very soothing, and really gets all the lymph from our entire body draining better. And the reason is because this will be nice and open. If this is nice and open, the rest of your lymph can move back into your bloodstream. So really, really great. Now, if we're gonna do the rest of our neck, we're just gonna do some really basic stuff, but what I'm gonna suggest is that you use one hand on the opposite side of your neck. This is easier to do one side at a time. Now this I don't wanna be doing out in public because it looks like I might be choking, but with just one hand on one side of my neck, same thing. I'm gonna drain, I'm gonna stretch the skin from my ear down towards the middle and the front of my neck. So I'm just gonna take my fingers. Now I can do a very gentle stretch on the skin where I have my sticky fingers and I'm stretching down the skin of the neck. Or I could take my fingers and I could do a very gentle sweep down towards the center middle of my neck, down towards where we were just working. So all the way down. It's really nice if you can do this in repetitions of 3 to 5, always great. But one is better than nothing, so whatever you have time for. And then we go on the other side. You can stretch the skin. Just stretching the skin gently down towards. Now, if I take my hands off and my neck is looking red, you've been pressing way too hard. Now, that feels really nice for our fascia and for our muscles, but the important thing is that we want to try and stay as light as we can, as superficial, because 70% of all of our lymph is right underneath the skin. So if we press too hard, we're actually going past it instead of working with it. So again, stretching that skin down. And we can also go from right behind our ear and stretch all the way down, stroke gently over the skin, down towards the base of the neck. Okay. So we can do that 3 to 5 times. Now, if you have head congestion or you have sinus issues or you're worried about, fluid in around your face and your neck, one of the best places is right behind your ear. So if you feel behind your earlobe, right on the side of your neck here, there's a little hollow. It's right behind your jaw. So if you talk, you move your jaw, you can feel that bone move, but there's a little hollow spot right behind there. So you can take 1 or 2 fingers and place them in that little hollow spot behind the ear, and we're just going to stretch that skin straight down. So again, very gentle, just the stickiness of your fingers. Now, hopefully that stickiness in your fingers is just, because your skin, hopefully you just didn't have peanut butter or something like that. That wouldn't be very good for this. So we're just gonna stretch that skin down And that's helping drain all the fluid from the head and the face and all the muscles, everything that's going on in and around the face, and draining it back towards the ear. And then that's going to help drain it all the way down. Okay? So that's a really good way to start your lymphatics every morning and every evening. So there's a couple things that we want to be careful of. We definitely don't want to be doing lymphatic work on ourselves if we're feeling sick. So our immune system and our lymphatic system are sort of one and the same, with a lot of little, anatomy kind of physiology kind of stuff. But if you think of them as the same, if you're sick, your immune system's already working really hard. And if we go and do lymphatic work, we're just going to make it work either harder, which might not be the best idea, or we're going to distract it and make it work in an area that maybe doesn't need it. So we're not going to be working on ourselves if we're already feeling sick, or more importantly, if we are at a point where we don't have a really intact lymphatic system. So if you are somebody who has lymphedema, has lipedema, or have had any lymph nodes removed, or if you've had radiation therapy, these are really good reasons not to do self-drainage on yourself unless you've already seen a certified lymphedema therapist. You want to make sure you're seeing a professional who's been certified, because those individuals will be able to feel your lymph, feel which way it's trying to go, which way it should go, and give you very, very specific exercises to help make sure that you're directing the lymph in the direction it should be going or is already going. Okay? So everything I'm showing you right now is having to do with an intact lymphatic system. So that means everything's there, no lymph nodes have been removed. Okay, and if you have any questions or concerns, or you wonder if doing self-drainage is safe for you to do, please send us an email. You can send it to us at info@lymphbalance.com, or you can leave a message in the comments below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can, because we want to make sure that doing these techniques is safe for you. So hopefully you've already been seeing a lymphatic therapist, and they're recommending that you do some lymphatic exercises for yourself. So these are just little videos to help you find those spots and help do the drainage so we can make sure it goes in the right direction. So for today's video, we just want to focus on the neck up to the ears. So I'm going to just recap what we've already done. So at the base of the neck, we have our collarbone and our sternum, and right where the two join is a nice ball. Just above that is a soft spot. Again, just stretching the skin down towards that ball. Then what we're going to do is, with one hand, we can place our hand on the opposite side of our neck, and we're going to stretch the skin down towards those balls, those joints, either stretching the skin gently or allowing our hand to slide over the skin. And same thing on the other side. And then the last thing we can do to help promote drainage of the head and the neck is that little hollow spot behind our ears. So what we're going to do is place 1 or 2 fingers behind the ears and drain straight down. So again, with the stickiness of our fingers, just stretching that skin down towards our shoulders, or sliding down even towards where we started. And then we're always going to go back to right where we started, which is right at the base of the neck. So we're going to go there again, and we're just going to stretch the skin. You can do this 3 times, 5 times. Don't get too carried away. Don't sit here and do this for 25 times every morning. Probably a little excessive, okay? But really good way to start doing some self-drainage to help your lymphatics move better. So I hope that you enjoyed this little tutorial on some self-drainage for your neck and for your face. And if you have any questions, again, please leave us a message in the comments, and look for our next video where we're going to be looking at drainage of the arm and the legs, and then even more detailed specifics for the face. All right, have a wonderful day.